student, how you all are? Today I am going to start civics chapter first, understanding diversity. Do you know, student, what is the meaning of diversity? In this chapter you will study about the diversity and their types. Now what does it mean? What is the meaning of diversity? Student, if I will say that, have you noticed in your class that all the students look same? Have you noticed this, that all the students in your class are same? Are their skin color is same, or their eyes are same, their hairs are same? No. What is there? There is differ. They are differ from each other. There are differences between each other. Okay, so like the in the class, students are differ from each other in physical appearance. Like this, there are so many differences. For example, if we see in our country, there are many religions and each religion is different from each other. What is this? This is diversity. Okay, if we see in language, the in language also there are so many languages. Each state have its own regional language. So what is this? India is a country and each state have its own regional language. This is what? Linguistic diversity. Like this, if we see economic diversity, though we can see that the lifestyle of the rich and wealthy is very different from the middle class or from the poor people or from those people who comes below poverty line. So what is this? This is economic diversity. Okay, diversity means each individual is unique, having individual differences. Each individual is unique, having individual differences. Okay, see this picture. In this picture you can see so many people are there and their looks are differ from each other. See their hairs are not same. Their skin colors are not same. So what is this? This is diversity. Diversity in India. Why our India is known for its diversity, student? The diversity of India is very unique. India presents endless variety of physical features and cultural pattern. It is the land of many languages. It is only in India where people practices all the major relations of the world. In short, India is the epitome of the world. Now, what is this? This is religion. This is religion diversity. Diversity in religion. Now, what we see there? We see there so many religions. You know, student, that India is a land of multiple religions and is one of the most religiously diverse nation in the world. Religion play an important role in the life of most of the Indians. You know, student, that India is the birthplace for many religions like Hinduism, Sikhism, Buddhism and Jainism. Followers of each religion have their own places of worship, religious book, religious belief and way of practicing their religion. They celebrate and enjoy their respective religious festivals. However, Indians respect the religious diversity prevailing in the country and they show a great tolerance for other religions. They also at times take part in the religious ceremonies of other religions. So this is known diversity in religion. Now cultural diversity. Land of India has given way to a rich potpourri of social habits, festivals and customs. To appreciate the Indian culture and introduction to the religious heritage of India is necessary. You know, there are many culture in our country. For example, if we see each region has its own culture. You know, student, that the culture of India is one of the oldest in the world. In previous chapter, I have told you that many foreign traders or travelers came to India for trades and settled down. And when they settled down, so their culture, their tradition, their religion intermingled with Indian people. And after that, nowadays we have lot of religion. The culture of India is one of the oldest in the world. Though India has preserved its tradition, it has been absorbing custom and tradition from several invaders who settled down in India. Many cultural practices, languages, and customs are a result of this intermingling over centuries. In modern India also there is a great cultural diversity in various states and regions of our country. In spite of the diversity, a common thread of nationalism binds it as one nation and one civilization. Okay. Now next is linguistic diversity. Linguistic diversity means languages diversity. India has a vast linguistic diversity. You know, students, India has a vast linguistic diversity. Each state has its own regional language. Consisting of the India consists 23 linguistic languages. And what are these languages? Assami, Bengali, Bodo, Dogri, Gujarati, Hindi, Kannada, Kashmiri, Konkani, Maithili, Malayalam, Manipuri, Marathi, Nepali, Odia, Punjabi, Sanskrit, Santhali, Sindhi, Tamil, Telugu and Urdu. You know, student, that the official language of the Union of India are Hindi and English. It also has several non-scheduled languages, about 400 spoken languages, and a much larger number of dialects. It will be interesting to know that most of the Indian languages belong to two broad language group or families. Okay, student, so this is called linguistic diversity. See this picture of languages. These languages show that in our country there are a number of languages which people used to speak, and that's why it is known linguistic diversity. Next is diversity of dresses. Yes. Now what is this? Diversity of dresses. We can see each state has its own dressing style. If we travel from Kashmir to Kanyakumari, we can see the diversity of the clothes, costume worn by the people. Have you noticed the people of Jammu and Kashmir? What they used to wear? Students, they used to wear woolen clothes. Throughout the year, they used to wear woolen clothes. They used to cover themselves with the woolen clothes. Why? Due to cold. And if we travel in desert place in Rajasthan, then what we see there? We see there that there also people used to cover themselves from head to toe. Why? Due to hot temperature, because their climate is too hot and people want to cover themselves. Our Indian people, they wear many dresses. There are many dresses in our country, like ghagra choli, salwar kameez, sari, and dupatta, and lungi pajama for men. The traditional clothes varies depending on the culture, tradition, geographic location, and the climate condition in that region. The clothing style of people, it is depend on the climate of that place. Okay, see this picture, you can easily understand. These are the what diversity in clothes. You can see many type of dresses where, in of India, many type of dresses of India which people used to wear. And why they used to wear? They used to wear according to the climate. Okay, according to the climate. Next is diversity of climate. Yes, now India the climate. Now which type of India having climate? India major has three main season: monsoon, summer and winter. Monsoon June to October. There are mainly two type of monsoon pattern. Yes, this you will study in geography. The southwest mountain June to October, the southwest monsoon, and the northeast monsoon from October to December, and summer April to June, and winter October to March. So these are the diversity of climate. Yes, see, Indian food habit. Yes, our Indian food is famous in all over the world. Why it is famous? Because our Indian spices are famous in all over the world. From the beginning, from the earlier days, the traders used to come in our country for the trade of spices. Now, Indian food varies from one region to another. Indians are known for their love for food and spices. There is a huge variety of food eaten by the people in different regions depending on the local availability of food, raw material, spices, cooking tradition, and their religious faith. Okay, so this is known what diversity in food. Indian food is as diverse as its culture, its religions, geographical factor, climatic condition, and tradition. All of these combine to influence the preparation of Indian food, essentially spicy. The question is, however, not always hot. It is a different combination of a handful of spices that produce the most delectable dishes in the world. Now, Indian festival. Indian festival. Yes, Indian festival is known unity in diversity. Festival. India is a land of festival. Why? Because people of different religions and regions have their own festival which are celebrated by them with great zeal and enthusiasm. Student, you all know that Hindus celebrate Dashera, Diwali, Durga Puja, Holi, and many other festivals. Muslims celebrate Eid, and Sikhs celebrate Guru Parv, and Christians celebrate Christmas, and Jains celebrate Mahavir Jayanti. Student, people respect the festival of other religions and take part in their celebration. Diwali is the festival of Hindu, but if you will find people from other religion participating in bursting crackers outside their houses with their friends. Yes, no, it means that Diwali is a festival of Hindu, but it is celebrated by other religions also. Okay. Similarly, on Christmas, if you will see during the Christmas festival also, you will find people from all the communities also enjoy this festival. See the picture of festival. See the picture of Indian festival. So many festivals are there. That's why our India is known for land of festival, and it is called diversity in festival. Okay. Now next is dances of India. Yes, dances of India. Each region of India has its own folk or regional dance. Student, all the famous classical dances of India come from different region. For example, Bharatnatyam from Tamil Nadu, Kathakali and Mohiniyattam from Kerala, Manipuri from Manipur, Odissi from Odisha, and Kuchipudi from Andhra Pradesh. These are the what? These are the famous regional classical dances of India. Do you know, student? Folk dance like Bhangra from Punjab, Bihu from Assam, Garba and Dandiya from Gujarat, Roof from Kashmir, Bamboo dance of Mizoram, Varied dance of Nagaland, Humar dance from Rajasthan, Lavani dance of Maharashtra, the Chahu of Jharkhand, and Nati from Himachal are extremely popular and are performed in the respective states. They depict and represent the culture of the people there. That's why our India is known for its diversity in dance also. Okay, you can see the picture and you can easily understand that our dances, folk dances, it shows unity in diversity. Now I'm coming on our next topic, that is Kerala. Yes, our next topic is Kerala. Student, have you visited there? Okay, listen about Kerala. If you will get time, then please go there and see this place. This is very beautiful place. Kerala is a state in the southwest corner of India. It is surrounded by the sea on one side and hill on the other. Student, Kovalam beach of Kerala is a very popular tourist destination. It has almost 600 kilometers of Arabian Sea coast and beaches. It has beautiful network of backwater or lagoons and tea-covered hill of the Western Ghat. You know, students, that this state experiences an equatorial tropical climate. The eastern highland, including the mountain regions, have cool climate, and the coastal plain of western lowland remain hot and humid for most of the year. The average annual rainfall in Kerala is quite high. Kerala is known for its spices. You know, students, Kerala is known for its spices. A number of spices like pepper, cloves, and cardamoms are grown on the hills, and it is spices that make this region an attractive place for traders. Tea and coffee plantations are grown on the hill slopes, and the cash crop like cashew nut, pepper, and spices, etc., are exported to many countries. Coir industry. Yes, Kerala is famous for its coir industry. You know, people make many things from the coir. Coir obtained from coconut, and it is used to make mat, bag, and mattresses. See, so many things people used to make from coir. Now, trade relation of Kerala. Now, student, our next topic is trade relation of Kerala. Trade relation with Kerala in earlier period were many countries, with many countries. We already studied about that Kerala having trade relation with Jewish and Arab traders, and Kerala too was influenced by Chinese traders also, and it was the climate of Kerala which allowed for the cultivation of spices. Okay, so due to the spices, many traders attracted from many countries, and they came for trade in Kerala. Now next is Saint Thomas. Saint Thomas was the one of the disciples of Jesus Christ. He came to Kerala to spread Christianity, and nowadays we can see that many people in Kerala they are the follower of Jesus Christ. Now next is Onam. Onam is the main festival of Kerala, and Onam is a festival which the Kerala people celebrate with great joy. It is the harvest festival, and it is 10 days festival. People make pattern on the floor with flowers, and there are snake boat races in the rivers, and this was the main highlighted in the Onam festival. You can see this picture and you can understand that how they celebrate Onam festival. Now if we see the religion in Kerala, so there are uh, many religion in Kerala. People of Kerala practice many religion. They were the followers of many religion. For example, Hinduism, Islam, Christianity, Buddhism, and Judaism. Okay. Now, what the people speak, which language the people speak in Kerala? They speak Malayalam. Which language they speak? They speak Malayalam. Okay. And what are the main food of Kerala? Kerala, they are the mostly fish and rice eating people. And Kerala cuisine is a combination of vegetables, meat, and seafood, flavored with a variety of spices. Seafoods are the main diet of coastal Kerala, whereas vegetable is the main diet in plains of Kerala. And in both the places, coconut is used in plenty. They use coconut milk, coconut oil in many dishes. Now next topic is Ladakh. Now I am coming to Ladakh. Okay. Now student, Ladakh is a desert in the mountain in the eastern part of Jammu and Kashmir. It is a land of high passes. This region does not receive any rain and is covered with snow throughout the year. It is one of the highest, driest, coldest inhabited place on earth. You know student that most sparsely populated part of the state of Jammu and Kashmir, agriculture is not possible here. Hardly any tree grows here. Over years, people of Ladakh have been able to do some terrace farming, irrigated with melted snow, and grow wheat, barley, fruits, and vegetables. The people of Ladakh, they speak Ladakhi language, and there is Buddhism and Islam. The main religion are in Ladakh is Buddhism and Islam. Now here people one tribal group is here, and their name is Changpo. People of Changpo, they keep sheep and they produce pashmina wool, which is very special and costly. The people in Ladakh, they collect the wool from the sheep and sell this to traders. And in Kashmir, where pashmina shawl are woven and sold at high prices, and development of tourism is also offering occupation to many people. So Changpo were the nomads. They live in tents. They used to move from one place to another in search of animal pasture, and they used to trade salt, dry foods, and semi-precious stone also. In return they get tea, tobacco, grain, sugar and other essential goods. They keep a large number of cattle animals. Okay, you can see this picture of sheep. This sheep is known as Kashmiri sheep, and this sheep gives the wool pashmina, which is very costly and highly demanded in market. And weavers of Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh, they they used to woven the pashmina shawl, and then they used to sell it in market in high price. Losar is the main festival. It is called the beginning of the new year. Uh, okay, in this festival, monks dressed in colorful robes and mask, and they perform dance in this festival. And it is the most important festival in this region. During this festival, they used to make many dishes, and there is music, dance, and feast on this occasion. Next is dishes. The people of Ladakh, they were fond of meat and milk products like cheese and butter, and every family owns some goat, cow, yak, and yak cow, and milk is obtained from cow, goat, and yak cows. You know, student, that Tibet is known as Little Tibet also, as it is strongly influenced by Tibetan culture. Ladakh has a very rich oral tradition of song and poem, and local version of the Tibetan national epic, the Kesar Saga are performed and sung by both Muslim and Buddhist. Okay, student, thank you.